All right, joining me now is Shantanu Narayan. He is the CEO and President of Adobe Systems. Shantanu, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks. It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, your company announced the biggest product launch in 3 years. It's called the Creative Suite 5. Tell me a little bit about the product and where you see it driving the direction of Adobe.
Well, a number of our customers look to Adobe to help them with their goal of creating content for any kind of output medium, whether that be print, newspapers, magazines, the images that you see on a website, as well as the majority of gaming and video that you see on the web. And so this launch is particularly meaningful for us for three reasons. The first is it's a major upgrade of all of our creative applications, from Photoshop to Illustrator to Dreamweaver to InDesign and Flash Professional, that allows people to create this compelling content. Second is we're going to be updating the Flash Player so that our publisher partners and customers can actually distribute their content to the plethora of devices that are emerging. And third, after the acquisition of Omniture, this is the first time that the Creative Suite will also have the ability to now optimize and analyze what people are doing with this content online, which is something that our customers have asked us to do.
This product launch has been highly anticipated, yet on the day that you launched this new product, your stock actually dropped about 1%. Where do you think this new CS5 product is going to drive top line and bottom line growth in the coming year to 3 years?
Well, the customers that we've talked to are incredibly excited about the upcoming launch. The number of Facebook hits that we've found, we've put in a YouTube video of some of the features that have been viewed by over 1 million customers. And today, I think it was the top 10 tweeted items worldwide. And so the excitement is palpable. In terms of the overall business, we had a very strong Q1. And as long as people continue to spend marketing dollars, we think that that will result in more sales for the Creative Suite, because people are clearly trying to author once and then play back across multiple devices. So we like to say that if the economy continues to be stable the way it is, 2010 is going to be a good year. And if the economy improves, frankly, it's going to be a great year.
You mentioned the economy, and there's been so much made about corporate IT spending coming back to the table, though we're seeing it in certain pockets, in particular pockets like PCs and PC upgrades getting refreshed, the refresh cycle getting kicked in 2010. What makes now the right time to launch a new product, and what does that signal about your view for IT spending and the economic recovery ahead?
Well, we said at the end of the Q1 period for us that we had actually seen IT stabilization. Our Acrobat product line had a very strong quarter. And as you know, Acrobat is used a lot by corporations and IT to share information reliably. In terms of how we launch products, we have a fairly regular cadence. And so every 18 to 24 months, we're able to bring all the innovation that's happening in the labs back at Adobe out to our customers. And so we tend to go with that cadence, irrespective of what the economic climate is. I think that hurt us a little bit with CS4. But again, as I said, the anticipation in the overall economic environment for CS5 seems really strong.
All right, switching gears a little bit here, in the last 10 days, much has been made about Apple's exclusion of Flash support in its iPhone operating system upgrade as well as its iPad. What are your thoughts on this? I know at one point you said that this could potentially harm the company, but give me your direct thoughts.
Sure. So first, all the customers worldwide want access to Flash because Flash is synonymous with the internet. When you think about 70% of the casual gaming on the web or 75% of the video on the web, there are millions of sites that have been created using Flash. And so a lack of support for Flash on any device means that the consumers using those devices are not getting Flash in all its glory. We have a number of excited partners who are working aggressively with us to bring Flash to their devices, whether they be smartphones as well as handsets. And so companies like Google and RIM and Palm are going to be releasing versions of Flash on smartphones and tablets in the second half of the year. With respect to Apple, it really isn't a technology decision as much as it is a business decision, and they've chosen to keep their system a proprietary and closed system, which is why they're not supporting Flash, and I think that hurts customers.
So if If they're not supporting Flash, that hurts consumers. But is there any way that move could potentially hurt Apple? Where do you see is the reciprocal effect that potentially Apple could feel?
Well, I think competitive response in the marketplace is going to happen in the second part of this year, where you're going to see phones that run the Android operating system from Google, for example, or the Palm operating system support the web in all its glory. And so if I want to go to the Fox Business News or watch a Fox show on my smartphone, I'm going to be capable of doing that on certain devices and not other devices. And so what we think is that consumers will eventually vote for the experience that they want through their wallet.
Have you had any conversations with Mr. Steve Jobs about this? Is this something that you're trying to make strides towards, or is this something that is purely left in the hands of Apple?
No, we have numerous conversations with Apple. The Creative Suite 5 that we're launching today, the Mac customer and the Mac franchise is a very important part of it. And so we will continue to have dialogues because we think this benefits customers as well as our content publisher partners who are increasingly telling us that they want to author this content once and deploy this across multiple platforms.
And lastly, you mentioned some of the strides that you're making with research in motion, with Google, with Palm. What are some of the efforts that you're getting to get Flash content put on those devices, and what's sort of the timeline for that, especially with the BlackBerries, because I know a lot of people out there have been craving for that accessibility.
Well, it's going to be exciting. I think the second part of this year is when you are going to see Flash on a number of those devices. With Research in Motion specifically, we announced that not only would we bring Flash to the BlackBerry set of devices, but that we are also cooperating with them to make sure that applications that are built using the Flash environment will also be available, as well as the Omniture analytics based on the company that we acquired. So we're excited to bring those innovations to market in the second half of 2010.
Very good. Shantanu Narayan, CEO and President of Adobe Systems. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.